Okay.
Who would we like first? You want to go with John?
Sure.
John in San Antonio says that you believe there's a lot of truth or deep truth in the Bible despite human error. So thanks for calling. You're on with Matt and Don.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? It's me, John. Yeah, I just heard y'all talking, and I feel like, what is it called? Atheists have like a personal, what is it called, grudge against God or something.
I don't have a personal grudge against God because I don't think God exists or is a person. I have what I don't like is when irrational and harmful beliefs are accepted by a good chunk of the population without good reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was calling because I was just saying basically that I don't think the Bible. I mean, I don't agree I don't like how y'all ignore the fact that, science, politics, and religion are very good tools of indoctrination and manipulation, but you're only focusing on, the religious part of things, and you.
Well, this is an atheism show, right?
Yeah, but that's my whole point.
The other thing is that while you can be indoctrinated into any position, science is not an indoctrination process, and while politics
science isn't a religion.
No, science is not a religion, nor is it an indoctrination process.
That's funny. So you're telling me, okay? Hey, well, that's your belief. I don't want to argue about it.
Well, then you shouldn't have called the show.
Yeah. Hey, no, because I was just calling to say that there is truth in the Bible, and that.
So what? There's truth in it. There's truth in a Spider-Man comic too. To just call and say that there's something true in the Bible is.
It's easy to focus on all the things that is wrong, but what is right about it? It's easy.
It doesn't matter what's right about it, because what's right about the Bible, what's right about the Bible and true is irrelevant to whether or not the foundations of the Bible are true. So the Bible can say good things like sell your belongings, give the money to the poor. But that doesn't mean that message has come from a God, or that book has anything to tell us about what a God is or what a God wants or anything else. So the things that you could point to that are true in the Bible are trivial, and they exist outside of the Bible. So it's not like you needed the Bible to find those things that are true.
And if it's written by God, shouldn't it all be true?
That's one thing I always argue with people that are religious is that God is not just within the Bible. God is everywhere. And
well, I would argue that God is not necessarily in the Bible and apparently nowhere.
Yeah.
So prove
to believe that.
No, it's not belief. No. Stop, John. I don't choose to. You keep doing this defensive thing of pretend. Shut up. You keep doing this defensive thing of pretending you understand what I think and then demonstrating that you actually don't.
You just said you don't believe in God. You said God's not real, so that's a belief.
No.
You don't know that. You believe it.
Saying
you can't prove.
Oh my God! Are you going to stop?
I'm done.
Saying I do not believe in God, but I'm willing for you to demonstrate evidence for the God you believe in. That's my position.
God reveals Himself to you. God reveals Himself to us every day, but it's
your choice
to see it or not.
Prove it.
Prove to me that red is real. Unless you experience it, you'll never know it.
Okay.
If I'm blind, you can never tell me with words what red is.
You are flat wrong in that.
How would you explain red to me?
If you'd stop fucking interrupting me and let me finish my sentence, I'd tell you. Do you think that people who are colorblind cannot be shown that they are in fact colorblind?
I didn't say that they're aware of the fact that they're colorblind. I said they can't experience the color red. With words, you cannot.
Oh my God.
The experience of red. I didn't say that they're not aware of the fact that they're colorblind.
I'm not fucking finished. I'm not finished. You would learn something if you would just let me finish.
All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk no more.
Let's say Don is colorblind and he can't tell the difference between red and green. He will never know what it's like to see red in the same way that I do. But it may be the case that nobody will ever know what it's like to see red in the way that I do. However, I can demonstrate conclusively to Don that there is a red and that there is a green and that people can in fact do discern this, and that there is technology that can discern this in addition to just human senses. Correct?
Oh wait, I wanna rephrase.
That's a question.
I'm asking. I'm going to rephrase.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Too long.
Don't get to
No,
move the goalposts.
you're not. This is a simple question.
Can you simplify it again a little with like less than a whole?
Don's colorblind, but I can demonstrate conclusively to him that red and green are actual things that he cannot distinguish between.
How would you demonstrate that to me if I was blind? Because you're saying colorblind. I'm talking about somebody being blind, not able to see anything.
Goodbye. See, here's the thing. You have to do things in little bitty steps, and the second your brain recognizes that we've taken the first steps towards showing the second step and third step, which will show how absolutely asinine your position is, you go into defensive mode and spin things around. So I'll do this for you. If someone happens to be red and green colorblind, they can't distinguish between red and green. We now understand the various causes for this, including defects within the eye as well. And if somebody is in fact red and green colorblind, I can demonstrate to them the truth that red exists and green exists, or that these are colors that other people can perceive. And we can do this both with human eyes in double-blind experiments to hold up cards. Hey, is this red? Is this green? Is this red? Is this green? And show that people who can distinguish between red and green can get a 100% success rate in identifying and distinguishing between the two, even if Don can't. That's how I can demonstrate that red and green are there. If someone is totally blind, that still applies to them because they are now able to discern that someone can tell the difference between two things that they can't see at all. It's even more powerful to a blind person that, oh my gosh, not only can you people see and demonstrate that you can see through a test, but there are variations in things that I can't even comprehend because I can't see them. Your narrow view of the world, that there would be no way to explain to someone who is incapable of seeing that other people can see, is so monumentally stupid that it's embarrassing that we have to address it. Because we live in a world where for the entire history of human beings, we have had people who do not have sight, and we've dealt with it. And all of them have accepted that they can't see, and yet someone else can. It is a fairly trivial exercise to demonstrate this. And the fact that you want to go to that because your argument is, well, I've experienced God and you won't ever believe me until you experience God. Well, congratulations. If that's true, if the key is that you have done some experiment that proves God to you and I haven't, well, you may in fact be warranted. But until you demonstrate that to the rest of us who are blind, you're not. And it is just fundamentally, logically identical to, I am convinced I experienced this. I can't prove it to any of you, but I'm fucking right.
And how do we distinguish that from a delusion?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, you can't teach a blind person this. Yes, you can. All kinds of stuff. People without sight are just as brilliant and able to understand these things as most anybody else other than you who called. It's frustrating because I know the path that he's going down. I've experienced God. I understand you haven't. So I'm not going to hold that against you that you don't believe in God. God just hasn't deigned to demonstrate to you. Now, if you change those things, I can see things. I know that you can't. I'm sorry that nature has prevented you from seeing things, but you're just going to have to take my word for it that I can see things. Do you see the difference in the experimental process there? One is faith-based, bias, bald-ass assertion, and the other one is science, which isn't a fucking religion and isn't about indoctrination. It's a test methodology that removes those biases and removes the baggage that you are carrying around. Okay.
Okay.